So for the first time, a surf spot has officially banned beginners from surfing there. And I'm not even talking about gnarly localism, I'm talking like legally, officially banned. Now, the Philippine island of Siargao is home to Cloud 9, which on its day can serve up waves that look like this. Now, to be honest, this news probably shouldn't come as much of a surprise because I'm not really sure why beginners were ever surfing out at a break like this in the first place. Now, I'm sure beginners weren't out there on solid days, or maybe they were. I don't know how chaotic the scene was there. But on smaller days, from what I've read and what I've researched, the scene was pretty chaotic out there with loads of beginners like dropping in on people, coaches pushing them into waves, and people nose diving on foamies into dry reef. And obviously you just can't have that kind of chaos on a wave like that. It's dangerous not only for the beginner surfer, but for everybody in the lineup as well, you know, people getting run over, crashed into, dropped in on, you end up on dry reef, you can seriously hurt yourself from an incident that shouldn't even be happening. Now, these new restrictions bar novice surfers from entering the water at Cloud 9. The decision, made in collaboration between local surf instructors, officials, and tourism operators, reflects a growing push to prioritize safety, sustainability, and surf etiquette in one of the world's fastest growing surf destinations. Under the new rules, beginners must surf alternative breaks, i.e. ones that are much mellower than the waves found at Cloud 9. You know, it's quite strange because there's so many beginner-friendly breaks in the area, it seems weird that beginners were ever going out at Cloud 9 anyway. Backed by the General Lunar Surfing Ordinance and enforced by the Siargao Island Surfing Association, the SISA. And the rule prohibits beginner surfers from accessing Cloud 9 and mandates that lessons take place only at designated beginner-friendly breaks close by. Additionally, only SISA qualified coaches may operate, and surf shops are banned from renting boards to unqualified surfers to take to Cloud 9. Although I'm not actually sure exactly how they prove it. Like, do you have to show a video of yourself surfing, or like, do you have to like take a test? I don't know, they need to come up with some sort of licensing system. If you know how they actually do this, please let me know in the comments. Taking a beginner and pushing them into waves at Cloud 9 without proper clearance could result in penalties or revoked instructor credentials. Additionally, access to Cloud 9 is actually now regulated for everyone. Now, anyone intending to surf at Cloud 9 must pay a daily fee of 100 Filipino pesos, which is just under $2 US. Local surfers have long called for more structure, and the new policy was developed in collaboration with local officials, environmental advocates, and surf instructors, many of whom have grown up watching the island transform from what was once a sleepy fishing town into an international surfing hub. Now, this new rule marks a shift to the island's approach in surf tourism. Beyond the general surfing safety, there is also an environmental aspect to the new rules at Cloud 9. Cloud 9's reef is vulnerable to overuse, especially when inexperienced surfers step on it or crash into it. And the new restrictions aim to reduce foot traffic on the reef and limit damage caused by improperly managed surf sessions. For locals and long-time visitors of the area and more advanced surfers, the new regulation is not seen as a barrier, it's rather seen as a long overdue rule that needs to be imposed, and I think a lot of breaks around the world could use this as an example and apply it to different breaks. Personally, I think this is a really good thing. I think it's something that should be implemented in lots of other spots around the world. You know, if you're going in a break that's dangerous to your ability, it's dangerous for other surfers, and it just creates this chaotic scene, whereas if everyone surfed waves appropriate to their ability, that would just make for a better time for everyone, I think. So just a quick one as well, guys. I've just launched my surf travel consultancy service. So if you are planning a surf trip and you just want real no bullshit advice and want to get recommendations based on your ability, check the link down in the description to book a call. I'd love to help you out with your plans. For now, it's goodbye from me, and I'll see you in the next episode.